What's up everybody, Travis here. Now, this little piece of advice or story, however you want to look at it, applies to music and applies to bands, but it also kind of just applies to life in general. I still have my original Sega Genesis set up here in the basement, and sometimes my son and I will sit and play it. One day while we were playing, I just kind of started over-analyzing the game, the objective, and just kind of everything that's going on with it. And it kind of led me back to a lot of life philosophies that I'd read throughout the years. And I thought that equating it to playing Sonic the Hedgehog was just kind of a new delivery for this sort of message. But essentially, it's a very simple concept for the game. Your main objective is basically just to move from the left to the right. You start on the left side of the screen, you want to move to the right side of the screen. And on the far right hand side of the screen is the end goal for the level. Along the way, there's different obstacles that you're going to encounter, such as life, and you can also collect gold rings. Now, what I found as I was playing this one day and I started kind of really picking it apart was that essentially as you're playing Sonic the Hedgehog, you only need one ring to have security, to keep moving towards your objective. As long as you've got one ring, you can get hit by an obstacle, you can step on some spikes. You'll lose that ring in encountering this obstacle, but that's just a minor setback. You can keep going as long as you've got that one ring. If you lose the one ring, you got to get one more ring again. You've got to have that little bit of security to keep you moving toward your objective. But there's more than one ring in the level, and if you collect more rings, you've got more rings, you get more points. But having more rings doesn't help you accomplish your overall objective, which is reaching the end of the current level and moving on to the next. So as you're going through the level, if you focus on trying to collect as many rings as possible, you end up putting yourself in more peril. Maybe you'll get a bunch of rings, but then in the pursuit of more, you end up hitting something and losing them all again. So instead, if you just focus on the objective of getting to the end of that level and moving to the next, and as long as you've got your one ring to keep yourself secure, accomplishing your objective becomes a lot simpler, because you're getting rid of the things that don't matter. So I started playing the game with this mindset of just, as long as I've got one ring, I'm just going to keep moving. I'm not going to double back for more rings. I'm not going to get caught up in the trappings of what is essentially Sonic the Hedgehog riches. And when I started playing this way, and I'm just in the process of moving along, trying to accomplish my objective, and being focused on the objective and not on the rings, I still found that I got a lot of rings. I was still getting bonus screens. I was still getting plenty of points. I was accomplishing the objectives, I was still getting plenty of rings, but just having the objective as the focus instead of the rings, everything worked out great. I was passing levels, still getting plenty of rings, getting bonuses, extra lives. It was fantastic. Now to apply that to life, a lot of times people get distracted trying to collect the rings of life. Money and status symbols and stuff like that. If that's the focus and not pursuing your objective to the next level, you end up taking way longer to accomplish what you want to accomplish. You end up with a bunch of trinkets along the way, but really the fulfillment comes from getting to that objective, not from collecting all the extras along the way. And again, if you stay focused on your objective, you'll find that everything you need is going to be there anyway. So overall, if you've got a big goal that you want to accomplish, whether that goal has anything to do with music or being in a band or just any aspect of your life, stay focused on the objective. Don't get distracted by the rings of life. The rings will take care of themselves if you just keep working on your objective. I know this is a little different than most of my videos in that it's not primarily music focused. It's not directed exclusively toward musicians and bands, but little tidbits and success philosophies like this can be applied to any aspect of life. Use them in your music, use them in whatever you want to do. If you like more general stuff like this, let me know in the comments. Otherwise, I'll probably just go back to doing primarily music-focused topics. As always, if you enjoyed the video, please do give it a like and a share. Subscribe to the channel if you want more tips and tricks on how to make your band more successful, or potentially just be more successful in every aspect of life. I'm going to get back to doing what I'm doing. Thanks for tuning in. I'll catch you next time.